Day one of trying to get some Jeep shit done. I apologize for the audio. I have to have this fan on. It is so fucking hot in here. Alright, the weekend has started. It is Friday. I am not on call. We are going to go do some Jeep stuff. We're going to Brady's house. Both of the rear tires on the Civic are really old, but this one specifically I've been battling with for the last 2 weeks. Filled it up with air that morning. When I came out from work, it was dead. We're back to the plan. Michelle has graciously allowed me to use her truck because I'm going to have to get new rear tires tomorrow at some point, which is super great. It always happens on a fucking payday. But Brady has said that I can still come over and dig through his scrap bin, so that's where we are headed right now. I've realized, I took a measurement today, that I'm probably only going to have to cut out like an inch, maybe an inch and a half of the cross member that's in there in order to make it work with the 1350 Yoke. So hopefully I don't have to do too many modifications. It is 9:22 p.m. You guys saw how my day ended at work. Now we are in the garage. The kids are mostly asleep, so hopefully I'm going to work on this Jeep tonight until I can't stay awake anymore, but let me show you what I'm doing. As you know, I changed this out on the Data 300 from a 1310 to a 1350, and now the issue is the power went out. As I was saying, the 1350 Yoke hits, so I need to take a little bit out of the cross member. But I also want to add some reinforcement. So Brady, my good buddy, gave me this little piece of tube. So I'm going to have to trim this down and then make it go like here. I've said this 1,000 times, I am not a fabricator. Don't take anything that I do in this video as how you should do it, because I'm probably doing it wrong. We got this off, and I made some marks here, say where the center line is, where it's touching on either side. So what I'm going to do here is make a cut with the bandsaw down to this line, straight up and down like this, and then make a little cut here and a little cut here, and then I'm going to have to use the flap wheel and start digging it out like that. That is what we have so far. I'm trying to learn from my mistakes, so I'm actually going to bolt this back up before I try and fit the other piece on and before I cap this. So hopefully this is good enough. If not, I'll take it back out again. Well, I have to take it back out anyway because I have to cap this here and then put the other side on. I know it's hard to see because it's a weird angle and the jack is blocking the light. Let's give this a turn. Oh shit! Whoa shit! Whoa shit! Alright, so what I did here was just a little CAD, little cardboard aided design, like this. I'm gonna find a piece of scrap and lay it in there. What I'm thinking I'll do is tack the one side over here and just beat it with a hammer and tack it as I go on both sides. Like I said, I'm not a fabricator, but hopefully that'll work. Meow. We got that pretty much welded in. We're gonna let it cool for a little bit, hit it with the flat get it all knocked down, see what spots I missed, hit it again with some more weld, and then go back over with the flap, hit it with some redneck powder coating, and then get that bitch back in. I'm wondering if I actually need this bracing piece due to the fact that there's really no load on this cross member other than holding the transmission in place, I think. I send a text out to a couple people that I trust to see if they agree. We will see. It is 11:36. I am fucking exhausted. I was up at 3 this morning. Ran into a little bit of snafu once everything was tight back up. The yoke still hits by like a C hair, but I'm done for the night. I'm exhausted. I can mess with it tomorrow. I have a little bit of time tomorrow. So right now we are going to put away tools and then go to bed. This will be a multi-day video. So put away your tools. Kyle, put away your tools. That's gonna be it. Day one of trying to get some Jeep shit done. I apologize for the audio. I have to have this fan on. It is so fucking hot in here. Hopefully this will be a productive weekend. It is now 8:03 on Saturday morning. I'm fucking exhausted. And we ended up staying up till about 2, doing a little bit of partying, hanging out, catching up, and the baby probably woke me up at 7:30. So I'm very tired, but we still gotta get shit done. Alright, here you can see where the yoke is hitting. So I'm just gonna grind a little groove in there and put it back in and test it. So I got a couple measurements for the drive shaft. I bought way too much tube because this is where it needs to be cut. Doing this scares the shit out of me, but I'm gonna try not to overthink it and just go and do. And we'll see what happens. As I've said 1,000,000 times, I am no fabricator, I am no welder. What I'm going to do is flap this down smooth and then run another bead across the top because I don't think I fully connected, like you can see here, because I'm not a fucking welder. But I think it's pretty straight. Alright, we got this guy sitting in the sun here. A little bit of spray paint on it. I have to go to the parts store and get some U-joint straps. So let this dry and go get that and come back and put it in. Of course, none of the auto parts store near me had the 1350 straps that I needed, so I had to order some from Amazon, and I got some extras. But what I'm going to do right now just to test it and make sure it works is I took the rear drive shaft out, is over there. I needed to paint it anyway, so it's out there, and we're about to put this front in.
I'm glad this is super accessible. I feel like I did a really good job with this, making this easily accessible to be able to work on, because this isn't uncomfortable or hard. That's just it.
Front drive shaft is in, tested it, ran it around the neighborhood. I think we'll be good to go. So I ordered those straps from Amazon. They should be here Monday, and then at that point front and rear drive shaft will be in, and after that exhaust and shit, shakedown run, baby. We're back. It is 7:45 on Saturday. The plan for this weekend involves getting these weld washers here put in to these mounts here so I can get the coilovers in. So coilovers need to go in. I also got more 1350 U-bolts for the rear drive shaft, which is right here. And then the last thing I want to get done is to get this 1350 yoke that I have for the 14 bolt put on. And if I have time, I got these zip tie tabs from Rough Stuff Specialties. I have my brake line running down the driver's side rear upper control arm, and it's just kind of dangling there, so I figure I can tack these on top of the arm where it's not going to hit the body. That way the brake line isn't just fucking going all over the place. So these holes, as they are drilled out for a 5/8 bolt, which is huge. These coilovers down here are 1/2-inch bolts. So I got these weld washers. I have to drill out this to 3/4, so this will fit in here, and then weld these around here. That way I can get a 1/2-inch bolt through here and then get the coilover on. While I have this thing kind of stripped down, I'm going to see if I can wire wheel out here and finish these welds on the inside of here and of here. Just add a little more rigidity, you know. And this is the brake line I was telling you about. So just want to kind of get it up here at the top so it's not hangly dangly like that. You can see that goes all the way that way. So this is all fairly easy stuff. I think I can get it all done this weekend, hopefully wrap this video up, but I have to juggle kids and obviously other household responsibilities. So I'm confident, but I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't get to all of them. Alright, we got our first hole drilled. Boop, right like that. Here's the dilemma I am in now. These mounts were obviously built for these air shocks. So the spacers that came with these coilovers, the silver part here, it's not enough. These mounts are too wide. So I'm stuck in my way of thinking where I just do things half-assed and say fuck it. What I really should do is cut one of these mounts off and move it in. But at the same time, I don't have a welder that will weld this, and I don't want to have Lamb Chopper Hadley come out to help me with that. So I'm thinking about doing this 3 on each side, which is a lot, but I don't know, that's kind of where I'm stuck at right now. So I have a group message with Hadley and Lamb Chop, so I'm talking to them about it. I'm gonna get their suggestions and see what I should do. But what I'm going to do right now is try and get the yoke off of the 14 bolt and put the other one on.
this is the stock 1350 yoke that comes on the 14 bolt. As you can see, I tried to hack it up so it would work. Drilled these and then tried to flatten the back, but it obviously didn't work. I couldn't get it completely flat without taking out a big chunk of the metal, so all these straps were crooked and the nuts weren't sitting flat, so I said fuck it.
I'm so excited. We have a little deviation from what we're doing today, but I'm gonna unbox these so I can show you. You know what that is? Hi-oh! Ta-da! Can you see what that says? This is a floor pan for the MJ. Both sides. Let's go, we're gonna drop them in real quick just to see how they look. And there is a floor pan. Obviously it needs to be beaten into submission. Something interesting though, this says Cherokee and Comanche, but I have heard that there are specific ones, which makes me a little bit nervous. So, but I still have to cut that out and a bunch of other shit, but it's in there. You gonna help me weld these in?
Yeah.
I think I came up with a good solution. So the spacers that came with the coilovers are too short, obviously. So I went to Lowe's and got these, and I think if I cut them right down the middle and then trim a little bit off the sides, they should work. Should look like this. As you can see, this weld washer isn't completely flush, so you need to trim a little bit off this side. The weld washer will go flush. So now all I have to do is drill out the rest of the holes, get the rest of these cut up. I have all the rest of the hardware, and I see no reason why this thing shouldn't be sitting on coilovers here in the next hour or two. Okay, not too shabby.
Yeah, just doing that because I didn't clean it. And I'm not gonna. Because I'm pretty much at that stage of this process. Not great, but better than it was before, I guess. What I should have done when I got this axle back from Mark and Brady at level 4 was to completely strip it down to bare metal, fix it up, and make it pretty. But I obviously didn't because I was just trying to rush, so now here we are. Spray paint that shit, bitch. Weld washers are in, just with bolts just to hold them so I can weld them. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So getting close to being on coilovers. Hopefully I can get some welds on these before I run out of gas, which I should have checked obviously before I started a bunch of fucking welding. That's not fun for me because I'm not good at it. While that paint's drying, we're gonna do a little bit of cleanup in here and get those spacers cut, so it's gonna be boring shit. So I'll be back with you guys when I'm putting the coilovers in. Also, in case I didn't say it already, I really don't like doing things that I am not instantly good at. It upsets me, and welding in weird positions is one of those things that I am not good at. Therefore, I don't like it. The coilovers are in at this point, and the reason that I didn't show that is because I started with the first one and realized that this was going to be an absolute project, and I was really struggling with it, and honestly I didn't want to show that in the video, so I will show you the finished product instead. Coilovers are in. I only fucked up one bolt, but everything is in and tight. I would take it for a test drive right now, but I need to go relieve Michelle because she has been kind enough to watch these boys all day while I fuck around with this. So at this point, the last things that are left is exhaust, which is the last big one. The only other things are going to be tidying up some wires and then doing the brake line like I showed you earlier, but I'm going to save that for a different day. Oh, I also need to bleed the clutch. The clutch, it works, but it needs to be bled. So I'm going to end the video here. We've covered a lot in this video. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Lamb Chop, thank you again for those coilovers. You fucking rock, dude. I wouldn't be here without you, man. Also, shout out to Hadley. Saw him yesterday. He helped me rethread some of the U-joint straps. I appreciate that, bud. Saved me from having to go to Harbor Freight and get a tap and die set, which I need to buy anyway, but he saved me from having to do that right now. So, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. I'm going to call it a day for now. I'm fucking exhausted, and I need to go relieve Michelle. You can hear the kids crying in there. So, thank you guys for watching. I love you so much, and I hope to be out on the trail with you guys soon.